Hey, and welcome to Venus Healing. My name is Azia Safari, and today this reading is a monthly check-in for those who relate to or relate mostly to their Earth placements in their birth chart. If you don't know your birth chart or you've never had a look at it, I highly suggest you do so before watching this reading. I have put a link to a website that I use in the description box, but honestly, any website on Google will do just as fine. And have a look at your chart and see which elements come up the most. I would suggest looking closer or closely at your Sun, your Moon, your Venus, and your Mars, and your Mercury and Ascendant, also known as first place. Placements, and work out which elements come up the most. You can have more than one element come up. For me, myself, I would have to look at the fire, I was about to say sun, the fire, the reading for fire signs and the reading for the earth signs, because those come up 50-50 in my chart. I was going to say something else. Or just look at your whole chart and just calculate which elements come up the most. And then go with those. Today we'll be using these 3 decks. We'll be picking out cards from all 3. First to find out what's going on at the moment, and then to seek any guidance and advice that can be given to us, or that I can give you and I can channel for you from the higher realms. We'll be using this Destiny Oracle deck and Sacred Destiny, my bad, and the Elemental Oracle deck. From these two, this one is new, so you're gonna have to bear with me because I've never used it before, so I'm not familiar with the cards. But from these two, I will be reading out the meanings that are in the booklets that come with the decks. And then, as always, the original Rider-Waite Tarot deck. From this deck, I have separated the Major Arcana from the Minor Arcana. From the Major Arcana, we are going to see the most significant situations or life events you are currently going through, and then from the Minor, any extra details and whatnot. Yeah, so as always, small little breathing activity so that you can get into the mindset and more in touch with your intuition before I reveal to you which objects you will be selecting from today. So, in from the nose, out from the mouth. When you exhale, release, let go, relax your muscles, and let go of whatever you are mentally holding on to, whatever thought it may be. Just go numb and go silent. So, in from the nose and out from the mouth. In from the nose and out from the mouth. And last time, close your eyes if you haven't done so already. In from the nose and out. And open your eyes. And pick whichever seashell you feel most drawn to, or that you simply can't take your eyes off. We have seashell 1 and seashell 2. Pause if you need to. Otherwise, let's begin. And hello and welcome to all the earth signs who chose this wonderful pink salmon seashell. Let's get into your reading. Okay, so let's see where you guys are currently at. And first we're going to start off with the Elemental Oracle deck and see where you guys are. So, for my Virgos, Tauruses, and Capricorns, where are you currently at? What is currently going on? What are you going through? What's going on? What's going on? Interesting. Okay, so we have rock with endurance and the number 2. Okay. And then at the bottom of the deck we have passion with soul and the number 5. And at the top we have light and sun with the number 6. Very interesting. So let's take a look and see what the rock is all about. And I'm just gonna take a look. So what was that rock? 50. So you can pause if you'd like to read like the longer definition. If not, I'm just gonna read this small one. So we have, look for the groundedness in a chaotic situation. Be patient. Slow and steady is the way to success. The obstacle is sometimes the way through. Do not be discouraged by slow progression, as long as progression is being made. Interesting. I'm going to pull out another card. We are going to ask for a clarification, and we're going to ask, what is this rock and endurance card about? What is it about? What is going on with my Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus? What is going on? For those who picked the light seashell, pink seashell, what is this rock card about? What is it they are enduring? What is it? Okay. Okay, yeah, I did have a little inkling about this. We have growth here with plants, and I was definitely feeling that you guys are currently going through this stage of growth, and it's causing great discomfort, and so there's this need to endure that discomfort, the discomfort that it is causing you, because as with change comes discomfort. It's all part of the process and is what leads us to grow as people. And we have here, so some of you may be working on your shadow side, or doing shadow work. So we have dark matter here with mystery. So it could be that you guys are working through traumas, childhood traumas, current traumas, any kinds of traumas, and you could be working on negative habits that you have, negative thought patterns. It also could be there was something else in my head and it just left. Toxic habits that you guys may have yourselves. So it's all that kind of, that's shadow work. And then at the top we have life with breath. Yeah, you guys are growing, and there's a journey you guys are going through. I mean, look, we've got 2 trees here. With roots. It's all about growth. Let's take a look at the meaning of plants. So we have 48. Oh, it's actually there we go. So okay, so pause if you need to. If not, magic is in everyday things. You can make something from nothing. Blossom its time. From small things, big things might grow. Begin it. Yeah, so this is about change and growth, but I do feel that this is an internal thing. This is an internal process, and what I mean by that, this is internal work that you guys are doing and going through. I feel that maybe you as people, you're changing. I mean, we're always forever changing, but I mean, I'm talking about this is significant change. Let's take a look at the Sacred Destiny Oracle and see what else the Higher Realm wants to tell us about what you guys are currently going through. What are you currently going through? So for my Capricorns, Taurus, and Virgo, what are you currently going through? Haha. Okay, so we got 3 cards that came out. We have change, unsurprisingly. Then we have diligence. And then we have embracing. Yep. Not surprised to see those. So we've got embracing, change, and diligence. And then at the bottom of the deck we have voyage, again not surprising, and then truth. Yes, I think there is a lot of truth that you guys are learning about yourselves, and this, you know, it's not always comforting to learn that you have a toxic trait. When you finally acknowledge a trauma or a survival mechanism that you guys always, you know, did, and finally acknowledging it for what it is, and maybe discovering or taking the next step to actually discover why it is you have that. But there are a lot of truths that you are uncovering. And then here we have voyage, and obviously it's speaking about the journey that you are going through, this whole process. And we're going to take a look at these as well, but I can say that straight up, diligence, this is talking and speaking of a change of perspective that you are having on yourself. So sort of that reflection that you see in the mirror, it's changing. We have embracing, and there's this need for you to embrace this change, which is easier said than done, and of course change. Let's take a look now at the meanings of each one. So we're going to take a look at change. So pause if you would like to read the description of the card. If not, we're going to move on. It's okay to change your mind. It's alright to change directions. You do not need to be consistent. That's very important as well. I'm going to reread that. You do not need to be consistent. This is the time to put the needs and expectations of others aside and listen to the beat of your own drum. You don't need to follow tradition. Create your own traditions. You are free to express yourself and let your spirit fly. Be daring. Go beyond predictable behavior. Just because something has always been done a certain way doesn't mean that it needs to continue to be done that way. You can't control the exact circumstances of your life, but you can control what meaning you give to them. So that's talking about prioritization or reprioritization. Select meanings that empower you, for this is the time to be carefree, wild, and unpredictable. It's talking about let go. Let it go. Go with the wind. Wherever the wind blows, go with it. That's the way the wind wants to blow. That's the way we're going. Go Pocahontas on it, to be honest. Just go for it. So we've got diligence here, and again, you can pause and read the description if you'd like. If not, we're going to move on. Just run with it. You know the, I don't know if you've seen Pocahontas, but the bit where she's running with the wind, just and towards, is it John Smith in the boat, just when he's leaving, just it's that kind of freedom, that kind of freedom that you want to give your spirit. Right, let's read this. There are times in life to step forward and take risks, but there are other times to be patient. Step carefully and slowly, complete opposite of what I just told you. And know that the benefits you will gain in the future will be worth it. Be attentive, meticulous, and persistent. Use this time to plan for action steps in the future. Be diligent and consistent at each step as you move forward. By doing so, you will harvest remarkable results in the years ahead. This is not the time for instant gratification. Your diligence will pay off in the future tenfold. This is a time for deliberate organization. Clean house, clear clutter out of your life. Be thoughtful about how you spend your time, and be discerning when choosing with whom to spend it. With whom you spend it. Clear out relationships that do not support you. Yes, this is literally reprioritization. Is this person worth my time? Yes or no? Are they toxic? Yes or no? Are they impeding my growth? Yes or no? Do they support me? Yes or no? Would they support me if I were to change? Yes or no? These are questions that if you are not already asking, you should be asking about the relationships in your life, and not only relationships but situations. Could be about what you're studying, it could be work related, career, family. Honestly, everything and anything is, these are the questions. Is this serving me? Yes or no? Is this for my highest good? Yes or no? And then taking the action to readjust, clear out and declutter your life. And this is like, take that different, maybe bird's eye view perspective of your life. It is necessary at the moment. Let's take a look at embracing. And when it said that it will, that doing so now diligently, going through, clearing out, doing your shadow work, doing it now properly and effectively will benefit you in the years to come tenfold. You want to be doing this work now rather than later. I mean, yes, better late than never, but better earlier when we're talking about shadow work, because, you know, this life isn't long, and we don't even know how long our life will be, so it's always best to do this kind of work as early as possible, because it does, the relationship we have with ourselves impacts everything. It impacts every relationship. It impacts the view we have on the world around us and on people. And if we have a very complicated, a very toxic view or negative view of ourselves, that is reflected in everything we do. Everything we are in, about, and everything we see. And you don't want to live life, or the majority of your life, in such black tinted or grey tinted glasses. You want to change that, change your perspective to a more positive one, one that you appreciate this life and the world that we are in. So take I went straight to diligence again. I'm not thinking. Okay, so embracing. Oh no, that's because it was right. It was the following page. My bad. Okay, so pause if you need to. If not, sometimes life overflows with emotions which can feel uncomfortable. However, the ensuing result of this discomfort can be of great value, perhaps arising from an unseen or unknown source. You get this card when emotions are seemingly overflowing or not flowing at all. Cherish the overflow of emotions and embrace the times that seem murky, for your inner floodplains are being replenished, and as a result, there will be great spiritual and physical expansion. There will be great spiritual and physical expansion within you and in your material life. Embrace all your emotions. When you do so, greater prosperity and fertility will flow into your life. Alternatively, if your emotions have been blocked, this is the time to explore and experience them. Yeah, so I definitely feel that you guys are in your feels. Definitely. You are feeling this shift, this change. I don't feel that you guys are blocked. I feel that maybe this current journey may be a result. This is a major arcana we can take a look at. Excuse me. Maybe one of the reasons as to why you're currently going through this is maybe that for the longest of time you didn't acknowledge these things and you didn't ask those questions because you didn't want to. You didn't want to face that. You didn't want to go through the shadow work. You didn't want to do the difficult work, the hard work, and to feel uncomfortable and for it to lead to you feeling that the way you currently do. But when you bottle things up, it does reach a point where it just all explodes and overflows. So for my Capricorns, Virgo and Tauruses, what are they currently going through? What are they currently going through? Ooh, there we go. Okay, so yeah, okay, so we've got here the World, which is all about cycles, and then we have the Hierophant, which is all about order. We have the Sun in reverse, which is obviously the opposite of the Sun upright, and then the Emperor at the top. So I feel that this definitely relates to how you guys are currently feeling. You're not feeling like the sun. You're not feeling like the sun is shining in your lives currently, because you're doing that shadow work. So you're working with your shadows. We have the World here, and that's all about cycles, and this is referring to the change that you are currently going through. And then we have Hierophant, which this is all about order. And this to me is actually saying that you guys maybe need to switch it up a bit. You need to not necessarily create disorder, but kind of like stop listening to people around you and listen to yourself. Listen to what you want, what you don't want, what you need, what you don't need. Stop going after what you think or what you believe people expect from you. I mean, maybe people do expect certain things from you, but it's not their life. Your life is not theirs to live, it's yours to live. This is the Minor Arcana. I'm just going to take a look at that. And it's like there's no point in allowing other people to control your life if it's not even their life. It's like maybe you need to go against that flow, go against that, not go against your flow, but to go against, not just to go against what other people say, but to go against if it is your truth, to go against it. So if your truth doesn't correlate with what others are saying, then they have to deal with it. Sorry, but not sorry. Unsurprisingly, we have here the Nine of Wands, and this is all about resilience. And you guys are currently like this. You are currently maybe bruised and battered emotionally through what you're going through, because of what you're going through, but there is this need to be resilient as you go through this change and through the cycle and this journey. you do have the strength to do this and to complete it, to complete this journey. And at the end of it, you will literally be unstoppable. No one will be able to tell you what's what in your life and what's not. Here we have the 7 of Cups, and at the top, again, unsurprisingly, we have the 9 of Wands, and this is all about burden. So there is a lot of work that you guys are doing, a lot of internal work. Maybe you, anyway, in life, you have, in your life currently, you have a lot of maybe other people that you are needing to support, or who are depending on you way too much or more than is actually healthy. So there's maybe an issue of codependency. And here we have, here this card is about, it can be about a lot of choices, but at the same time you've got different cups with different things in. So for example, you've got this slithering thing, kind of dragon, I don't even know, but then you've got this snake here. So some things are filled with like jewels and riches, others are filled with sort of betrayal and stuff like that, things that are not so great. And so this is about, what this is for me, what this is saying about for you is that you're kind of overwhelmed by the choices that you have to make, or that you could make, or that you can make. You're very much in your head at the moment about what should I do. And I feel that these cups represent what people have been telling you that you should do, or what you feel that people expect from you to go after and do. And I feel that you really just need to listen to yourself and have a look at your own cup, no one else's, and not what others want from you. Whew. Yeah. Right, so now we're going to take a look and see what messages of guidance and advice can we get from the higher realm. Okay, so we're just going to start with the elemental again and see what guidance or advice can I channel for my earth signs who picked this pink seashell. Please show us and give us any guidance or advice for those who picked this pink seashell. For my Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo, what advice can we give them as they go through their journey? What advice and guidance, words of wisdom may I channel for them? Straight up, we've got voice. Very nice card. Speaking your word with the number 7. Yup. It's about time. It is about time. Just as I said time, this at the bottom of the deck is time with discipline. You know what? We're taking it. And then at the top we have soul with passion. Yeah, it's doing all of this work for your greater good, for your own greater good, no one else's. It is for you, and because you are worth it, right? Let's take a lookie. So we have voice. So 61. Okay, so we've got here, use your voice, speak up, sing your song out to the universe. It's not It's often not what you say, but how you say it. Speak plainly and tell your story. So take a pause if you need. Take a pause again if you would like. Otherwise, yep. This again is speaking up for yourself, and also engaging in that internal and inner dialogue with yourself. That relationship that you have with yourself, you're in need of bettering it. You're in great need of becoming your own best friend. You need to. You absolutely need to. Because if you're your worst enemy, I mean, we all can be, but if you're your worst enemy all the time, or for most of the time, that greatly influences the relationships you have with other people, not just yourself. You're not just hurting yourself, but you're ultimately hurting your current and prospective relationships. And not just that, also the view on life and what you seek from life and what you accept because you believe to deserve that. So let's take a look at time. 93. Okay, so find out the causes of your procrastination or resistance. Do not miss your opportunities. Someone is wasting your time. Be aware of this. You have finite time on this planet, so use it well. Yeah, that's exactly what I said before. Take a pause if you need to. And another pause if you need to. Yeah, as I was saying, you know, we only have that we know of, we have this life, okay? Obviously, if you believe in past lives, as I do, then, you know, you're conscious and aware of that. It's not just this life, but this life is a part of the bigger picture. But still, we are consciously living this life, and you don't want to waste this life because it will later have consequences on your following lives, and your lives to come, if you believe in that. If you don't, again, just concentrate on this life, and try and live it to the best of your ability. And I don't mean that in a condescending way, please, no I don't, and I don't want to patronize you either, but this life is very precious. And again, as I said before, and I'll say again, the view that we have on ourselves and on life and this world greatly impacts our life, our world, and the relationships and people in our life, and the ones we accept and do not accept. Alright, let's take a look at the destiny. No, the oh, for heavens, the Sacred Destiny oracle cards. Let's take a look and see what messages, advice or guidance can we give for all those who picked the pink seashell. For all those who picked the pink seashell, what guidance and advice can we give for them? And this time card is just, honestly, it's just highlighting that it is time. It is time to do the work and to speak up and to stand in your power. Alright, let's have a look. What other words of wisdom may I channel for you from the higher realm? Okay, we have enlightenment that flipped out, and at the bottom we have courage, and at the top we have purification. Yes, you are definitely going through this. You are definitely going through this right now. the cleansing, the clearing out, the decluttering, and it's taking a lot of courage to do the shadow work. But we have enlightenment here. So we're gonna take a look at that. I definitely feel, again, there's a lot of truth, a lot of truths that you are learning at the moment. So let's take a look at enlightenment. So pause if you need to, if not. Enlightenment occurs when one steps out of the confines of an ordinary definition of self and expands into a greater awareness of the self within the universe. Absolutely, and this is definitely what you guys are going through. You are now reaching into the invisible realm of spirit and connecting with what you cannot see. Forces beneath the surface are supporting you on your journey. Have faith in yourself. You are so much more than you believe yourself to be. Have patience that there is a plan unfolding. The sky's the limit, and it really is. This card represents enlightenment and signals that you are entering into a time of expansion and transformation. Absolutely. In a luminous and remarkable way. Trust that the changes ahead are for the greater good, for most certainly they are. Yeah, and this is definitely what you guys are going through at the moment. I don't really feel like I need to add to that. But it is a magical journey. May not feel that magical right now, but it really is. It really is. Right, with the major arcana, let's take a look. It's starting to get dark outside, so I apologize if the light is changing in the video. Let's see. Okay. With the major arcana, what messages can I channel for those who pick the pink seashell? For those who pick the pink seashell. Yeah, we have the Emperor here. And at the bottom of the deck we've got the Moon. And at the top we have the High Priestess. High Priestess is all about our intuition. The Moon all about our emotions and illusions. And because you're doing your shadow work, those are the illusions that you are bringing to light. And there's truths that you are learning. And the Emperor is all about being that king and that queen of your life. Being the ruler of your life. Deciding what goes and what does not go. Sitting in your power. Standing in your power. Speaking your truth. And that's what you guys need to do, is take the reins. Don't be a control freak though, because that never works out. We're going to take a look at the minor cards, but do start to reprioritize your life and declutter and get rid of what no longer serves you, and I mean people as well as things. And change circumstances if you can, and environment if you can, so that you are better in alignment with your higher self. Because the amount of honestly, the sky's the limit. The amount of benefits that you can reap from doing, from doing this, going through this journey as effectively as possible is just magical. It really is. Right, let's see. Let's ask, if you do this work, what will the outcome be? If you do this shadow work effectively, what will the outcome be for my Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgos? What will the outcome be of this shadow work? Of having the courage to do this shadow work as best as they can? What will be the outcome for my Virgo, Capricorns, and Taurus? Alright, does this one out? Okay. So we have the Eight of Cups in reverse, and I feel that currently you are in the Eight of Cups upright kind of feeling of like walking away, moving away from things that no longer serve you. And if you do this work effectively, you will have left what no longer serves you and sort of that toxic situations as well. What else? If they do this work, what can they expect to achieve? What will they... What can they expect to achieve? So for my Capricorn, Virgo, and Tauruses, what will they achieve after having done the shadow work? Okay, yeah, so we have the Three of Wands here, and this is all about planning for the future, and it's kind of not foresight, but it's moving ahead and moving towards a brighter future, moving towards that life that you want, going, okay, now that I've done that internal work, now let's do the outer work. So where do I want to go now? What career do I want to take? What do I want to study? Maybe I want to go back to studying. It's sort of taking those more physical, making more of those physical choices than those emotional and mental and spiritual choices, and doing that work. So it's more like moving ahead, because one step at a time. But yes, it will be a magical journey, because at the end of this journey, at the end, when you get to that light at the end of the tunnel, it's going to feel absolutely bloody amazing. And trust me when I say that. Please. And have faith and be kind to yourself. And if you're not, then start. Definitely start. You've got to be your own best friend. And you've got to love yourself first, as much as you can. And yeah, so that was your reading, guys. I'm not going to say I hope you enjoyed it, but I do hope that if it did resonate, that it is something that I have given to you today that you can take away from this reading that helps you in any sort of way. And I hope you'll be back for more, so that we can see, you know, look more into this Three of Wands card, so more into the future and what's to come after having done the shadow work. But for now, bye. And for all those who picked this purple seashell, this will be your reading. Okay, so let's get into it. We're going to start with the Elemental Oracle deck and see what are my Tauruses, Virgos, and Capricorns who picked this purple seashell. What are you currently going through? So for all the earth signs who picked this purple seashell, what are they Aha. Interesting. Okay, so we have rain here with, I don't know how you pronounce that. I'm not going to attempt it because it's a foreign word to me. But we have number 8 here with rain. Then at the bottom of the deck we have ice with purity. And the top we've got movement speed. Interesting. So let's take a look and see what this rain is about, although I am feeling that this is about purification, cleansing, decluttering. For what specifically, though, that hasn't been made clear yet. Let's take a look. 81. Okay, so we've got here, the conditions of greater prosperity are being met. Know that all will be well. Cleanse yourself of old, outdated views. You have everything you need to grow. Let yourself be cleansed. Yeah, so we got cleanse there. And getting rid of the old and letting in the new. If you guys would like to pause to read the longer description, and then pause again if you'd like to. If not, let's move on. Interesting. So there's potential growth here, or there's potential for growth. But there's a decluttering and a cleansing that needs to happen before that can happen, or before, if you guys are manifesting something or there's something that you particularly want, be that anything, there is a sense and a need of cleansing before that can come in. You need to make space, so you need to get rid of the old to let in the new. And we're now going to take a look at the Destiny Oracles and see what they have to say. Sacred Destiny Oracle, my bad. So for all the earth... Wait, that was easy. Oh. Okay, not surprised. We've got release here. And then at the bottom of the deck, we've got protection. You see the trees? There's growth. There's potential for growth. And then simplicity at the top. Very nice. Okay, so you guys are in need of simplifying your life, decluttering, and getting rid of what no longer serves you. Let's read the meaning too. I'm going to take a look at release. Okay, so pause if you'd like to read that bit. If not, I'm just going to get right to the meaning. When you receive this card, it is time to let go and surrender. Let go of situations, people, and objects that do not serve you. Let go of old, outmoded, and see, we've got old that came up twice, so you've got to release the old. Self-limiting beliefs that drag you down. This is a time of stripping away superficial distractions until you reach who you are at your core. If you are holding on to the old, it is difficult for anything new to come into your life. Begin to clear your home and living environments of clutter. If you don't love it or use it, it is probably clutter. Clear it out of your space. It is time for a detox. To get ready for the new, you must release the old. So yeah, this is talking about it more in the physical, kind of materialistic way, but this also does include emotionally and mentally. So mentally releasing a negative self-talk that you may be in a habit of doing or saying to yourself. So basically not being kind to yourself and saying, no, there's no way I could ever do that, that I'm not worthy of that. I could never be successful, that sort of negative thought processes. And then emotionally is releasing connections with people who no longer serve you or who have now become toxic and are just damaging you and impeding your growth. Because guys, if people want to walk away and you're still trying to hold on to them, it's just detrimental to yourself. And then obviously materialistically, well, there's the decluttering of your physical environment. Now we're going to take a look at the major arcana and see what are you going through. So for all my earth signs who picked the purple seashell, what are they going through? For my Tauruses, Virgos, and Capricorns, what are they currently going through? For those who chose this purple seashell. Haha. Okay, so what do we have that came out? We have the Wheel of Fortune upright, and then we have the World in reverse. Now, Wheel of Fortune is about change, right? Changes, be that good or bad, good karma, bad karma, whatever it is. That's the Wheel of Fortune. So we have the wheel spinning. Circle and circle, so it's about cycles and going through cycles, which is a never-ending journey, to be honest. But here we have the World, which upright is about the completion of a cycle. In reverse, we have not yet completed that cycle. And this is talking about the journey that you guys are currently on. This decluttering, the cleansing, so that you may come together in further alignment with your higher self. And to allow for whatever it is you want to manifest into your life to come in. Very nice. Okay, and now we're going to take a look at the minor arcana and see what they have to say about your current journey. Let's ask why. Why are my earth signs who picked the purple seashell going through this cleansing time? Why are they going through this? Huh. Interesting. Okay, so we have here the Five of Pentacles in reverse, and then we have the Five of Cups upright. I was just checking to see if there were any other fives, but no, we've got two fives here. But the Five of Pentacles upright, that speaks of financial poverty as well as feeling left out in the cold. And in reverse, it's about changing that. So changing that's your current circumstances. And then the Five of Cups is about weeping over what has been spilt and lost, but no longer serves you, and neglecting what basically sort of like your potential, or what excuse me, sort of what you already have within yourself to be able to make up for that, if not even make up, but like even surpass what that could have amounted to or could have become. And then we have the 10. See, we have another 10, Wheel of Fortune. We have the 10 of Pentacles here, and this is about, upright is about stability, financial stability, family, but then also wealth, materialistic wealth, and having enough of it to feel stable. And we have this in reverse. So maybe it's something materialistic that you guys would like to manifest. And then we have the Six of Cups at the top, and this is about childhood sort of memories and connections, but also it may be speaking of how some of you are maybe still attached to someone from your past, and you holding on to that it's what you need to release. So for some of you, you're in need of changing your current environmental circumstances. For some of you, it's the emotional. Yeah. So it could be that you need to release someone from, like, it can be anything, anyone, family, toxic friends, toxic exes, or people you have dealt with platonically or romantically. So now we are going to take a look at what advice and guidance the higher realm would like to share with you, or that I can channel for you guys. So we're going to go back to this deck and ask for some guidance about what guidance and advice can I give to those who picked the purple seashell. What advice and guidance can I give to those who picked the purple seashell? So for my Virgos, my Capricorns, and my Taurus, what advice can I give them? Any advice, guidance, words of wisdom that I may channel for those who picked this purple seashell. So we have number 7 here with voice, speaking your word. Interesting. So some of you are in need of speaking up. Aha. I'm going to show you the bottom and the top. So we have here marine life with richness, and this is at number 5 yet again. This is about, this to me speaks of what it is you want to manifest in the richness that you want to gain, not just materialistically, but on all levels. And at the top, we've got pressure with transformation, and this is what you guys are currently going through. It's a transformation. You guys are transforming so that you can arrive to this. But you're in need at the moment to speak up and speak your truth. We're going to take a look at the Sacred Destiny Oracle again and see what words of wisdom. I will read that in a bit. Let me just get this one out as well. What are my earth signs who picked this purple seashell in need of doing? Any guidance or advice that I can give them? Words of wisdom for my Capricorns, Virgos, and Taurus. Let's take a look. Any words of... Well, no, that was quick. Ooh, we have 4. Okay, and I'm just going to take them. I'm going to take all of them. We've got wonders. We have community. We've got purity. And we have inner peace. Now at the bottom, we've got potential. And at the top, we've got protection yet again. So, now let's get into it. Okay, so first we're going to take a look at voice. So here we have, use your voice, speak up, sing your song out to the universe. It's not often what you say, but how you say it. Speak plainly and tell your story. So if you guys would like to pause and pause again, otherwise, yeah, that's exactly what I said. And also speaking plainly is that's referring to like what you want to manifest in your affirmations. Have a clear idea of what it is you want to manifest and say it with oomph. Say it with some oomph. Say it loud and proud what it is that you want, and don't feel bad for asking what you want. Because some of us may feel as if we don't deserve it, if we're not worthy. Na. You're in need of cleansing that negative thought process and asking for what it is you want. Full stop. So let's take a look at inner peace here with Lily Pond. You can pause if you'd like, otherwise we're going to move on. Inner peace is your birthright. Tranquility occurs when you realize that your life is unfolding according to divine planning. Serenity isn't something you have to work for or search for. It already exists within you. To find this inner peace, simplify your life. See, we are simplified twice. Spend time in nature and listen to the message of your soul. True peace transcends fear and connects you intimately to the Creator. Breathe deeply and fully, knowing that all is well. So, yeah, this is talking about having faith, not only in yourself and your abilities, but also in that higher power, whatever higher power it is that you believe in. Be that God, the energy of the universe, angels, other deities. Deities? Oh, I can't remember. But yeah. Or even just in your ancestors. Why was I looking at patience? Purity. Okay. So, pause if you would like to. If not, we're gonna get into it. So, no matter what has happened in the past, everything can be fresh and new again. The purity of your soul is shining through everything that you encounter. You are entering into a period of grace. Simply open your heart and know what is best. Know that the best is yet to be. The past does not need to equal the future. Your future can be, and will be, shimmering, sparkling, and bright. Old again, and we had simply again. Limiting patterns are dropping away. Recurring challenges are releasing. This is a time of redemption, forgiveness, and holy healing. So, yeah, that's basically just reiterating what we've already said about cleansing, having faith in yourself, and that the past does not need to equal your future. Although you do need to do the work in your present for you to end, repeating toxic cycles and to release the old, to allow the new. Right, F, no, it's community. So, ancient forest, pause if you would like to. If not, we're gonna get into it. So, support is all around you, even if you're not consciously aware of it. Allow yourself to be supported. Give encouragement to others. The more you allow yourself to be supported, the more your dreams can come true. If you believe that you have to do it all alone, you will. Your true family is not just blood relationships. Sometimes the strongest family ties are friends who know who you are. Sometimes they are your ancestors and soul family who reside in spirit. This card speaks of finding your community and your people. It is a card of remembering that your people are at your side, believing in you, loving you, and standing strong beside you. Call on your community and ask for their assistance. They are only a thought away. So yeah, here I feel this is also saying that not only seek support from others around you, but also from yourself. And what I mean by that is to encourage that inner dialogue and that relationship with yourself. Is about self-love and self-confidence. is sort of to be your own best friend. And that is strange at first to do, especially if there's something you have never really given thought to doing. But sort of like talking to yourself in the mirror, recording yourself like on an audio on your phone, and so just talking out loud to yourself as if you were a friend, recounting of like how your day went. Because when saying things aloud, or journaling as well, when saying things aloud or writing them down, there are, you know, things that you come to realize that you keep repeating, negative thought patterns that you can identify. There's just so much you can learn from yourself if you invest the time in having a relationship with yourself and not just those external to you. So let's take a look at the crystal quartz. Pause if you'd like to. If not, just around the corner, exciting possibilities are waiting for you. Wonders will be abounding in your life. Sometimes they won't be apparent at first. Nevertheless, they are there. The more you see them and embrace them, the more these possibilities will grow in magnitude. Celebrate and cherish even the smaller ones, no matter how tiny they may seem. Let go of expectations. Don't limit the way you think that wondrous events could appear in your life. Be open. If you believe, anything and everything is possible. So yeah, we've got here let go of expectations, and as well as that, let go of old limiting beliefs, and don't limit yourself. Allow for anything to be possible. Expect the unexpected, because the unexpected may be way better than what you were expecting and were wanting. But yeah, this is the whole journey that you guys have to go through before this can come in. But also, when it said to, is it something about enjoying the smaller things in life as well, is to raise your vibrations through gratitude and being grateful for what you have. Celebrate, for example, spring. Okay, we've got spring now, we've got blossoms coming out. Enjoy the sight of blossom trees, the petals falling. Enjoy the smell of rain, enjoy the smell of flowers, enjoy the sound of children playing and people just enjoying the sun, just all these little things. Enjoy the bloody sun. It's just simple things like that that can raise your vibrations very easily by just doing the tiny little things. Now we're going to look at the major arcana and see what guidance and advice I can channel for you guys. Also with this card, don't be afraid. Do not be afraid. No longer should you be afraid of going after what it is you want. Because really you're just shooting yourself in the foot by doing so. You are the master of your life and the creator of your life. And you have the power to manifest whatever it is that you want. Although you don't have complete control and total control, you do have the power to ask for something, and then the universe can, or whatever higher power you believe in, can make that happen and bring it in, but in a way that it serves you and your highest power and is in alignment with yourself. So, the major arcana for all my earth signs who pick the purple seashell. What guidance or advice do you have for them? What guidance and advice may I channel for them? Holy. Okay, we have quite a few cards that came out. So we've got intuition. Sorry, High Priestess with intuition. The Emperor, Aries energy of standing in your power. Then we have Judgment, it is time, divine timing. The Lovers, again, being divinely orchestrated and coming into alignment with yourself. It also can speak of self-love, all types of love. The Devil in reverse, about detachment and releasing the old and letting go of the toxic. And then Tower moment. This is, yeah, you guys may be having a Tower moment, you know, old things that do no longer serve you, or relationships that were built on unstable grounds and now being torn down, so that you may release them, to allow in for the new. You guys are in need of paying attention and listening to your intuition and yourselves. And then, so this is kind of your gut feeling. Then we have here, you guys are in great need of, I said, no longer be afraid, will no longer be afraid, and understand that you are the creator of your life. You shouldn't be allowing for others to manipulate you and to sort of run your life and decide what it is that you'll be doing, what you won't be doing. It is your life. You take the reins and decide what is to be, is not to be. Although remember, as I said, you do not have complete control because life happens. Divine timing, and again coming into alignment with what is for you. Now we're going to take a look at the minor. Let's see what other messages I can... Well, hey. That was... You know what? I'm going to take that. So we have here, again, the Ten of Pentacles, but upright, and the Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles, this is about something coming in, something being manifested. It can be material wealth or something to do with career or work. Or it just literally can be anything in general. So what you are asking for will come in, and you will reach this point of stability, good fortune, richness on all fronts and levels. And then we've got here, I love this card, Nine of Cups, which is a wish come true. And then we've got this Nine of Swords, which is basically coming out of staying up at night and suffering with anxiety and negative thoughts and low mood, that is affecting your life greatly and your perspective on life and the world and those around you and the relationships that you have. It's coming out of that negative thinking. And we've got, yeah, Page of Pentacles. So you could be learning something new is coming in. And then we have the King of Swords here with clarity, knowing your truth and owning it, and being true to yourself as well. So yeah, you guys will be coming out. Where are we gonna put this one? Just gonna put it there. You guys are coming out of this Nine of Swords. You will come out of it, and there will be a wish fulfillment. Whatever it is you're asking for will manifest once you have done the work and released the old, and the toxic and the negative and whatever is impeding your growth. But yeah, that's what I have for you guys. I hope you liked the reading and were able to resonate and relate to this reading. If not, it is a general reading, so only take what resonates. And well, that's all for now, but I hope you'll be back. Bye.